where the oak trees shadow the old gravel road, I found a scarf you left, faded but bold, beneath the stars where our whispers once danced. An empty cabin recalls how we changed. A sunset bleeds red just like my old heart. In those quiet towns we're miles apart. The campfire forgot how to spark your flame, but these winds, they still howl your name. Lost in the echoes of soft dusty trails, my soul rides lonesome with brittle old sails. That porch we once dreamed on, now silent and warm. The laughter has faded, the wood planks forlorn. Where rivers once sang through the cool evening air, now just the ghost of your scent lingers there. The path we walked, overgrown, lost to time, and I wander these ways with a heart heavy like crime. The campfire forgot how to spark your flame, but these winds, they still howl your name. Lost in the echoes of soft dusty trails, my soul rides lonesome with brittle old sails. Under the vast unyielding sky, I've learned that even the strongest cry, in the echo of each hoofbeat's fall, I find the loneliest truth of all. The campfire forgot, but I'll never erase the love, the pain, the beauty, your face. Lost in the echoes of soft dusty trails, my soul rides lonesome where memory prevails. The night grows cold as old songs fade, but your shadow in the moonlight forever stayed.
Out here where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I found a scarf, a fragment caught where the soft wind wails. The dusty road beneath my boots once rolled like rivers smooth, echoes with the hooves that danced under that pale moon's groove. On this timeless road, rode through, where our whispers haunt the breeze, every sunset bleeds a hue of the love that seeped through trees. Hear the whisper of the pines, carrying songs of what we knew. All that's left are these signs on the timeless road, rode through. The porch still stands though weary by that empty cabin side. I see her there, a ghostly smile where shadows now reside. Years have turned the vibrant to a quiet, subtle gray. What once was ours, the land has claimed with each dawn's breaking day. On this timeless road, rode through, where our laughter now feels thin. The winds carry away the words that should have pulled her in. Beneath cold stars I'm riding past memories I held true. Love's echoes left in the dust on the timeless road, rode through. Now the rains come whispering like she did in springtime's glow. Each drop a verse of songs we sang, now only I will know. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked like the heart within my chest. I ride alone, but in my mind her love's the journey's quest. On this timeless road, rode through, where the past can never die. All the dreams we rode toward now, just shadows in my eye. Yet still I find her in the breeze, in the oak's enduring bough. Timeless road, you carry me through the then to the here and now. Timeless road, ride me through to where hearts can't help but roam. In the whispered wind I'm with her, though I'm faded far from home. Music fades, the credits roll, the sunset takes my view. Still my soul rides on and on, the timeless road, rode through. In a valley where the oak trees shadow the road, lies a cabin with its timber silvered like old bones. Through that doorway walked a love as wild as the land. Under moonlight we swore forever, scarves in our hands. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays. On the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. Years have wandered like the rivers, changed their course. Empty saddles, dust settles with no remorse. Where laughter hung like rain in thirsty air, now just whispers and a faded scarf left on that chair. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays. On the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. And I've seen sunsets bleed and fade into the night, but her eyes, that fire still burns too bright. In this quiet town where memories roam like ghosts, I'm just a shadow in love with what I miss the most. Oh, the wind sang, but my heart's grown cold and mild. Still that old house carved keeps me beguiled. A rider alone, trails fading into the dusk. With every whisper of the wind I feel the pulse of lost musk. So I'll sit here where old oaks weep and time is blurred, in the silence with my sorrow and the echoes unheard. In the old house carved
where my soul forever stays, watching horizons, holding on to forgotten days. Underneath the oak where the shadow lingers long, I found your scarf blue as the dusk, singing a prairie song. Right there by the crooked bend on Jenkins' old dirt road, we watched the stars crowd the night as a cool wind softly blows. Starry night burns, oh how it burns, lighting old memories at each of the turns. Where a river runs deep by the edge of your eyes, there I linger still, where our old love lies. Now the porch creaks a lonely tune neath the weight of silent moons, and the cabin's empty rooms hold the echoes of our lives. The dusty trails where we once rode now just tracks the wild wind blowed. My heart's a saddle worn and old, lost in the echoes of our past. Starry night burns, oh how it burns, each spark a whisper of return. In the silence of the plains under skies wide and high, I roam with the dust under your starlit sky. By the faded trails and where the wildflowers hide, I reckon with the ghosts of dreams that never die. Yet in the hush twixt dusk and dawn, by that lonely ridge, I find a peace in knowing love's more than the bridge I failed to build. Starry night burns, forever it burns, a torch in the void where the heart yearns. Deep as a river, wild as a rain, in the whispers of the wind, I hear your name. Yes, in the whispers of the wind, I'll always hear your name. Out where the oak trees shadow gravel lanes, I recall the soft whisper of your name. Underneath that broad brim, wind spoke through your hair, and ghosts sank the cabin our love declared. But now the porch swings alone, creaks a mournful tune. Sunset bleeds like my heart lost your love too soon. Every stir of the dust, every shift of the sand speaks your name in this vast lonesome land. The
trails we once rode, now overgrown and faint, where wildflowers mask the scent of our quaint. The rain on the roof, a symphony so harsh, echoes through empty rooms where shadows march. The porch swings alone, sings a mournful tune. Sunset bleeds like my heart lost your love too soon. Every stir of the dust, every shift of the sand carries your voice across this desolate land. Saddles lay untouched, the leather's gone dry. Your scarf in the drawer left behind a lie. Does the wind know your touch? Does the oak still dream of our whispers that flowed like a mountain stream? Now the porch swings alone with a sorrowful croon. Stars watch like silent eyes under the cold moon. Every stir of the dust, every wail of the night wind holds you close in the ghost sing, where love never ends. So I sing to the stars over old ghost sank, where memories echo and my heart sank. In the silence of the night, with the ghost of your smile, I'm adrift on this trail just for a while. Out where the sunset kisses goldenrod, by the old creek where we once swore our love, her laughter lingers in the whispering wind. Under the oak tree we carved our names in mud. A scarf she left behind dances with the breeze on the porch steps of a cabin worn by years. Her voice waits in the silence of the plains, echoes neath the vast unending skies. In the rustle of the leaves her gentle sighs. With every sundown my heart whispers her name. Oh, her voice waits, haunting every twilight's grace. In the shadow of our dreams I find her trace. Now the gravel road wears a coat of dust. The trails we trod are fading with the rain. That old wooden saddle where we used to sit, now just a relic of the past, it remains. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds across this land, yet in this quiet town her memory stands. Her voice waits in the silence of the plains, echoes neath the vast unending skies. In the rustle of the leaves her gentle sighs. With every sundown my heart whispers her name. Oh, her voice waits, haunting every twilight's grace. In the shadow of our dreams I find her trace. Maybe the mountains know why she had to go, why her whisper slowed on the valley's breath. All that's left is the echo in the stones, and the heart of a cowboy facing his lone sunset. Her voice waits in the hush of night, it stays a melody of love that never decays. Through the rustle of the leaves in quiet sighs, beneath every moonrise, her spirit lies. Oh, her voice waits, an everlasting embrace. In every twilight's grace, I see her face. So I sing to the stars as a cold wind blows. Her voice waits where the wild river flows.
Shadows lay long by the gravel road where our hearts went strong. We carved our names in the old porch wood under skies so vast, swore we always would. But the winds got a way of wearing down stone and the dust too thick where I now roam alone. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride, I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. I've seen rain wash the old tracks clear, and the saddles worn from those bold yesteryears. The echoes fade down Mustang Creek. No laughter floats, no whispers speak. Where we once danced, the shadows now fall, with nothing but silence for an old cowhand's call. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride, I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. If these boots could tread back through time, I'd find that dusty path where your hand slid from mine. Maybe under that endless prairie sky, I'd tell you all the things I couldn't before goodbye. Back road died young, with our dreams left hung on a branch of that oak where our song was sung. Now every nightfall, your absence I mourn, by the ghost of that back road where our love was born. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, where I'll always belong.
On the edge of Dixon's pasture where the oak trees kiss the sky, I built that fence of cedar neath the watch of her blue eyes. Wind whispered through the branches with a soft and lonesome sigh, as the sun dipped low, casting shadows where our promises did lie. But the fence held tight neath the weight of time, through storms of dust and the winter's rime. Like my heart holds on to the love that's gone in the silence of the night. fence held tight. Years have turned like pages in this old forgotten town. Our laughter now just echoes where our steps once marked the ground. The cabin stands all empty where we once dreamed side by side. Only gravel roads and fading trails where my regrets reside. Yes, the fence held tight neath the weight of time, through the howling wind and rain's cold chime. Like my heart holds on to the days long gone, beneath the starlit sky, the fence held tight. There's an old scarf hung on the porch swing, frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I wonder if she misses those wild lands we used to roam, or if I'm just a ghost now in the ruins of our home. So the fence held tight neath the weight of years, guarding all my hopes, cradling my fears, as I whisper her name to the endless night in the heart's quiet ache. The fence held tight, oh, the heart's quiet ache, with a fence held tight.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, she laughed under sunbeams through the breezes that blow. We carved our names slow in the height of the wood, promised forever in that old neck of the woods. Her scarf in my pocket, her touch soft as rain, in that dusty old cabin, now silent again. Dusk closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Years tumbled like tumbleweeds past porches and gates. Her laughter's a ghost in the town that time ate. Where once we danced close, only shadows now sway. The dust settled thick where boots used to lay. An old saddle empty by the door stands alone. Every creak in the board moans for love that's long gone. Dusk closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Oh, I've roamed far and wide under vast starry skies, but her whisper rises as it flies. Each town feels too crowded. Every road leads me back to the dust-covered memories, the love that I lacked. Dust closed her eyes, and it's there she'll remain, bound up in the soil, in the sun and the rain. As the night curtains fall and the loneliness cries, with the dust in my throat, I'll remember her eyes. Though the trails all grow cold and the songs all unplayed, in the dust closed her eyes, where my heart's ever stayed. Guitar strum a farewell as the sky turns to gray. A cowboy sings softly as the daylight slips away.
Out where the sunset kisses the oak tree sleepy heads, we carved our names inside a heart upon the old porch slab. Her laugh was like the wind that dances through the canyon wild, echoed in the valley where we dreamed beneath the skies. But dreams like rivers twist and vanish in the plains, leaving just a whisper in the boughs where we once lay. Her laugh shut the door on a love that's no more, as the stars went dim and the cold winds tore. In every whispered breeze, in the rustle of the leaves, I hear the goodbye she never said, as it echoes in the trees. Now the gravel road's a friend, its dust coats my boots. Each step away from what we had, a pain that roots and shoots. The cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, windows staring blankly at the life we once possessed. Her scarf still clings to the saddle, like her hand in mine, a faded trail of memories lost within the pines. Her laugh shut the door on a love that's no more, as the stars went dim and the cold winds tore. In every whispered breeze, in the rustle of the leaves, I hear the goodbye she never said, as it echoes in the trees. Maybe roads are for the roaming, maybe nights for the lone, but each sunset bleeds the same colors where her smile once shone. And if pain is a reminder of the love you've got to lose, then I'll bear this cross forever, with her laughter as my muse. Her laugh shut the door on a love that's no more, as the stars went dim and the cold winds tore. Now every fading light on these lonely, restless nights brings her back to my side, neath the ghostly moonlight. Yes, her laugh shut the door, and oh how it tore. Yet in In the quiet of the dawn, I swear it opens once more.
By the oak tree we swore forever, under skies so wide and blue. Your scarf in the breeze like a promise, a dance of red against the hue. In a town where dreams whisper gently, on old porches our love knew. But the road called like a lonesome freight train, and my heart, it just withdrew. This hat hides my eyes, shadow deep with old regret. The sunset stained their colors on memories I can't forget. Empty cabins by the roadside, where our whispers still collide. In the silence of these plains, it's your voice that's my guide. Now the gravel roads stretch out like tendrils, reaching places where shadows lay. And the dust kicks up with my sorrows, paving trails of ash and gray. Where the laughter echoed softly, now only echoes of your sway. By the creek bed under starlit heavens, I lost you along the way. This hat hides my eyes, shadow deep with old regret. The sunsets paint their sorrows on a love I can't reset. Empty cabins, doors still creaking, with our tales there intertwined. In the whispers of the wind, it's your touch I find. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, just like the lines around my eyes. Each wrinkle a story, a path not taken of these endless aching skies. I wonder if the rain remembers the taste of tears I've cried for you. A downpour on this heartland, each drop of memory passing through. This hat hides my eye, shadow deep with old regret. The sunsets bleed their aching light on a past that haunts me yet. In every dusty mirror, your absence fiercely clings. But in the quiet of this wandering life, I still hear you sing. Oh, in the hollows of my heart, your love, a ghostly lingering sting.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the oak trees used to stand, I met her 'neath that heaven, her scarf held in my hand. Golden sun was our witness, painted long shadows thin. We carved our names on old porch wood, swore love through thick and thin. Morning sky walked away, left the dusk with a sigh. Echoes of her laughter in the rustle of dry rye. Those promises like gravel roads, winding lost and frayed. Now I sing to the stars about the love that strayed. Years swept like river currents, Towns grew quiet and strange. Her whispers turned to wind gusts, and our cabin fell to age, where once her warmth filled every room. Now dust settles so gray, the trails we walked are overgrown, as love slips silent away. Morning sky walked away, left the dusk with a sigh. Echoes of her laughter in the rustle of dry rye. Those promises like gravel roads, winding lost and frayed. Now I sing to the stars about the love that strayed. So here's to the ride and the roam and the days on the drift. Every sunset's a closing door, every dawn that might have been in the stir of the leaves. In the moan of the old porch swing finds a heart that's still yearning for what the seasons bring. Morning sky walked away, now it's me with the sigh, holding on to a ghost as the years tumble by. Letting go, letting be, but in her eyes I still wait, with the sun sinking low as the memories fade. Yes, I'm singing to the stars about the love that strayed, as the morning sky walked and forever it stayed.
In the town of Broken Spur, under a bleeding sky, there stood an oak, its limbs like prayers stretching wide. That's where we carved our names, in the heart of the bark, where his shadow fell apart as day slipped into dark. Oh, the winds, they whisper secrets through the rustling leaves. His scarf still smells like dust and dreams woven with grief. Every sunset paints his face on the clouds, torn and stark. In the silence of the old porch, where his shadow fell apart. Years rolled like tumbleweeds past the empty cabin's call. Gravel roads hold echoes of his footsteps, that's all. The saddle sits untouched, the reins lay soft and slack. Memories fade like trails, they don't lead him back. Oh, the winds, they whisper secrets through the rustling leaves. The scarf still smells like dust and dreams woven with grief. Every sunset paints his face on the clouds, torn and stark. In the silence of the old porch, where his shadow fell apart. The rain speaks in rhythms on the dusty window pane, telling tales of the cowboy who won't ride through again. In the heart of every storm, amidst the thunder's arc, lies a shattered piece of a lonesome wayward heart. So let the wind carry away the whispers through the rustling leaves. His scarf still tangled in my fingers,
with dust and shattered dreams. Each sunset a reminder of love's enduring mark. On the silence of the old porch where a shadow fell apart, in the whisper of the leaves where his shadow fell apart.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, on a gravel road where our songs belong. The cabin creaks with your laughter's trace, in each corner a whisper in the wind, your face. Barefoot steps on the old porch wood, still hear the echoes where we once stood. Oh, my heart rides the plains with your ghost by my side, under wide western skies where our dreams used to hide. In the dusk your shadow waits, in the silence it creates, and I'm lost in the winds of your barefoot steps, fate. The rivers have swollen with the rains of years, the saddle's worn where we conquered fears. A scarf you left fades under the sun, like the colors of a life that's come undone. The town's too quiet, the streets too bare, each corner moans the emptiness we share. Oh, my heart rides the plains with your ghost by my side, under wide western skies where our dreams used to hide. In the dusk your shadow waits, in the silence it creates, and I'm lost in the winds of your barefoot steps, fade. And maybe the moon's too wise, knows why love has to pass, why shadows grow long, why nothing can last. But in the rustling leaves or in the cold midnight drafts, I find the strength in what was, in your love that still lasts. So I'll walk these dusty trails beneath the stars' eternal glow, letting go yet holding on to the only love I know. As the sun dips low, your memory in soft repose, in the heart of the wind where your barefoot steps froze. Oh, my heart rides the plains, and darling, it seems in every sunset's glow, you're with me in my dreams.
Out where the oaks cast long shadows at dusk, in a town too small to claim, she laughed under the porch light flickering rust as the prairie sang her name. We danced past the midnight while the coyotes cried, their scarf catching the moon's soft sides. But the dawn came a-riding hard from the east, and that long ride closed her eyes. Now the wind whispers low through the saddle I bear, and the cabins creak with old desires. Every gravel road a memory, every sunset a tear, since that long ride closed her eyes. Years have their way of changing a man. The trail's once bright, now gray. That porch stands quiet, no more laughs in the span, only silence holds sway. The dust settles thick where her boots left a trace, echoes of laughter, the ghost of her grace. Rain falls like mercy on this heart that won't dry, since that long ride closed her eyes. Now the wind whispers low through the saddle I bear, and the cabins creak with old desire. Every gravel road a memory, every sunset a tear, since that long ride closed her eyes. Underneath the vast endless skies, I roam with her shadow pacing nearby. A whisper of love that never dies, just circles round the truth that ties. So here's to the roads both taken and not, to the loves we hold tight in our thoughts. May the dust always dance where the old oak lies, since that long ride closed her eyes. Since that long ride closed her eyes. Out where the old oak shadows the rusted cabin door, Eyes Drips was a girl with eyes like wild river floors. Underneath the crescent moon, by the lantern's lonely light, we traded promises, soft as the dust of the prairie night. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my dreams, across the barren miles and the silver streams. But love, like old trails, fades under time's harsh hand, leaving me a ghost amongst the sage and the sand. Years pass like the slow turning of an old mill wheel, silent towns forgotten before the wind's mournful keel. The scarf she left behind, a splash of red on withered wood. Nothing stayed the same out here, though I wished it would. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my sorrow, leading me down paths too narrow to follow. But love, like old tales, slips through cracks in the heart, whispering of what tears every dream apart. By the weeping willow where we once lay, I see the shadows lengthen, edges fray. In the cool of the evening, I hear the soft sad sigh of a lone dove calling as if to say goodbye. Oh, those eyes, they haunt my restless nights, a glimmer of stars lost to the city lights. Yet love, like the oak, stands firm against winds of fate, keeping me bound to a memory I can't unmake. So here's to the roads, gravel and grit, to the porches empty where we'd sit. Eyes Drifts, my dear, in the dust's gentle embrace. whispers cling to wind. I first saw her wild eyes like a storm about to begin. We shared dreams on that old porch under lanterns' faint glow. Her laughter mingled with the breeze from long, long ago. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds in the night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close, holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the wind's howl as I wander stray. Years sprawled like the roads I've rode, gravel loose and worn. Each town a reminder of what's lost, my heart sworn. The cabin stands empty, the door creaks with no end. The scarf she left behind, now my companion, my friend. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds in the night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close, holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the wind's howl as I wander stray. The oak tree knew as I carved her name in its side. Rain washed away the letters like tears I've cried. But her eyes, those wild storms are etched deep within. A part of the land, the air, my sins. Her eyes haunt the sunsets, their every fading light. Every night I bed down, feeling goodnight. Though time may march on and my trails might fade, in the heart of the wilder spirit stays, never to evade. Her eyes haunt the sun's haunts.
Out by the old whispering oak, where the dusty trails bend and weave, I found a scarf you left behind, like a piece of you I still grieve. But the wind sings through the branches, a melody both sweet and sad, a token of a love that's gone in the sunset light, gone mad. As the sunset fades on the edge of town, the shadows grow where we once lay down. The colors burn to a deep heartache, under skies that witnessed every promise we'd break. There's an old porch swing swaying with ghosts of laughter we once knew. The cabin empty like my arms missing the warmth of holding you. The gravel road's been washed out by the rains of countless storms, each drop of memory fading as my lonesome heart mourns. As the sunset fades on the edge of town, the shadows grow where we once lay down. The colors burn to a deep heartache, under skies that witnessed every promise we'd break. Through the silence of the plains, under stars too distant to tell, my regrets are carried on the breeze in the night where whispers dwell. What's lost is more than love, it's the peace I can't read.
soulless like a ghost upon the plain. As the sunset fades, so do dreams of yours. The dust settles where my heart beats no more. The twilight captures my silent plea in a world that moves on without you and me. So I saddle up as darkness claims the land so wild and free, riding under starlit skies where you and I swore we'd always be. But like the sunset fades into the night's embrace, I'm a shadow riding onward in the echo of your grace. Out by the oak tree, where the wildflowers sigh, I first saw her smile with the sun in her eyes. Under that broad sky, where our dreams used to fly, her laughter would linger like clouds in blue skies. His shadow hides on the old porch where we kissed, in the creak of the saddle, in the evening soft mist. Every gravel road whispers her name through the pines. His heart rides the wind where her memory entwines. The cabin sits empty, the doors open wide, like the gap in my heart since she left my side. The path's overgrown where we once used to tread, through meadows and moonlight where our promises were said. His shadow hides on the old porch where we kissed, in the creak of the saddle, in the evening soft mist. Every gravel road whispers her name through the pines. His heart rides the wind where her memory entwines. Now the sunset bleeds red over land she once roamed. This cowboy's alone, his heart's without home. No more her soft whisper, just the wind's lonely sound, but her scent in the rain on this parched, dusty ground. His shadow hides where our old dreams lie asleep, in the rustle of leaves, in the secrets they keep. Through the whispers of time, down the trails that unwind, his soul's tethered still to the love left behind. Let his heart ride the wind, let her memory entwine, in the shadows and dust where the past can't resign. His shadow hides, and with each setting sun, feels everything deep, yet says nothing, rides on. There's a gate outside old Durango, swings wide where the weeping willows sigh. I first saw her neath that hazy amber glow, reflections of the sunset in her eyes. Her laughter danced like dust on desert trails, where we carved our names in ancient oaks that night. But love like summer rain in these dry lands, fleeting, slipping silent through my hands. Oh, the gate flew with a cold north wind, left it swinging, creaking like my heavy heart. And those plains, they stretch so lonesome, so thin, like the space now lying between our worlds apart. The cabin by the ridge stands empty, its porch still holds her scarf, now gray and warm. Echoes of her footsteps in the hallway, in the quiet whisper of the morn. The town once vibrant, now a whisper. Gravel roads bear no more tales of yore, only shadows of two souls in the twilight. One stayed grounded, one a bird that soared. Yes, the gate flew with a wild west wind, still swinging, moaning under starlit arcs. And the trails now overgrown and thin, run like scars across these old forsaken hearts. In the mirror of the creek, under moon's gentle gaze, see the years, the paths I've roamed alone, each bending forward like chapters of our days, memories etched deep in the silt and stone. So the gate flew with her last goodbye, and it's swinging, haunting in the prairie's breath, as I straddle shadows in the failing light. This cowboy rides lassoed by love and death. Oh, the gate flew with it. The gate flew with it. This heart still beats beneath the western drift.